Hello, my name is Sylvia Mispagel, and I'm gonna be showing y'all my portfolio. So this is basically just an introduction with my name, and then here is the table of contents. So we're gonna be looking at my resume, academics, work experience, world experience, and then we'll be taking a little look at my internship. So here is my resume. Basically, it's just a rundown of my objectives, skills, courses I've taken at Texas State, my work experience, and then accomplishments that I've had. And then on to this next section, which is the academic section. Basically, it's just kind of like my assignments. And then I also have some academic accomplishments that I've made so far at Texas State. So this is a report for a data analysis class. Basically, I was given a set of data. I had to run it in SPSS, and this taught me how to analyze data and interpret data. So that was very useful. And on this assignment, I was actually doing a literature review. Basically, all I did was kind of gather information from peer-reviewed articles, and I basically used that data to support the numbers that I was going to be running in SPSS and analyzing / interpreting. So I feel like it's really important to be able to research from reliable sources, and that literature review really gave me insight on deciphering facts from, I guess, more so opinions. This next page is basically a report for my urban and society class. It was a report over cultural appropriation. I would like to get into the field of HR management, so I feel like it's really important to be aware of different ethnicities, cultures, and just be sensitive towards different beliefs. So yeah, I feel like that was really helpful for me. Also, this was a report that I did for a qualitative data class. Basically, I was researching the evolution of HIV and AIDS in the media starting from the 80s. It was a super interesting assignment. I really enjoyed it because it gave me more information on what qualitative data is, how to basically how to collect qualitative data, how to interpret qualitative data. So that was really interesting, and I feel like that would be very helpful for me in the future, because with HR, I know a lot of companies and organizations do like to administer surveys in order to kind of figure out what's helping, what isn't. So that was very useful as well. Here we have a brochure I made for a HR management class, and basically I was just speaking about trends in managing a multi-generational workforce. I talked about different strategies that HR managers use, what's successful in managing workforces that have multiple generations, especially nowadays. I feel like it's very important to get a basic understanding amongst generations. It just allows for more productivity in the workplace. And then here are some of my academic accomplishments. This is my acceptance letter for the Hispanic National Honor Society, which is basically a society that is available to students who maintain a 3.5 or higher GPA that are in the Spanish program. So I was really happy to receive that. And then this is a Dean's List Award for I think it was the spring of 2018. Yeah, spring of 2018 semester. So on this next page, I have my work experience. I work at a restaurant that is locally owned here in San Marcos. It's called Sakura Sushi and Steak. I love the staff there. I wasn't expecting to stay as long as I did. I was kind of just looking for something, and I found this, and everyone there is just so nice, and it's just a great working environment personally. And basically I was able to hone in on a lot of skills such as leadership skills. I even had a chance to do like a little bit of marketing. I was able to really focus on communication skills, organization. So I really enjoy working there. We did have a loyalty program going on. Basically, I would just go up to tables with a tablet and get their phone number and sign them up for our loyalty program, which gave customers a kind of VIP access to specials that we had and coupons. It was really cool, and we were also able to analyze the data from the loyalty program. So as you can see here, we would get a chart similar to this explaining the percentage of customers that were joining the loyalty program, and after I had started working there, they actually saw a 100% increase. So I was really happy I was able to do that for them and help them out with that. And then something that isn't in my portfolio that I will show you on my iPad is the Facebook Live videos. So this really helped me out a lot with like learning more about marketing, and also being able to kind of sell it on the spot, I guess is what I would say. So I would just, go live and mention specials we were having, and it's really fun for me. I really enjoyed doing that. And one of the videos I made is actually their most viewed video. It has 8,600 views on their Facebook. And here's their Facebook, just so you all can see. I have several live videos on there. So the one that I'm gonna be showing you all is this one. And I'll play that for y'all now.
So we're here at Sakura today. We're having a bunch of Lent specials. We have the all-you-can-eat sushi tray for $11.95 until 5 today. After 5, it's gonna be $16.95. And we also do have drink specials today. The Bloody Marys are gonna be $5. We have dirty martinis for $5, fireball shots for $2. We have 100-ounce beer towers that are going to be $12, and then the 50-ounce beer towers are going to be $6.50. We do have happy hour from 11 to 5. The imports are $3. The domestics are $2. Hey. Yeah, so y'all should definitely come check us out. We do have hot sake. It's gonna be $1 all day for hot sake. Come join us. Come meet at Sakura. Thank you.
So yeah, that was one of the live videos, basically the gist of the type of marketing that I was involved in at the restaurant, and it just really helped me out, I would say, especially nowadays that social media is such a strong presence. I feel like it's really important for businesses to kind of have that presence and take advantage of it. It's, pretty much free advertising, and you're able to sell whatever you'd like for your business and highlight the things that you feel are important that customers should know. So I really enjoyed my working experience at Sakura overall. I'm currently still employed there. So this next section is actually empty because it is my world experience section. So I don't have really any assignments from my study abroad experience with Texas State, but last summer I studied abroad with a program through Texas State, and I went to Cuenca, Spain, and it was so fun. It was one of the best experiences of my life. Everyone was so nice that was part of the program. Our professor Yasmin actually said that we were one of the best groups that they had, so that was really cool. I was really happy that we all just felt like a big family over there. It was really fun. So here are a couple pictures over there, studying abroad. That is our study abroad group. Pretty much everyone in that picture is from Texas State. Yeah, it was a life-changing experience, being able to really dive and delve into a new culture was so fun. I stayed at a hostel that was locally owned by a couple there in the city Cuenca, and they were super nice. We were kind of like a big family at that hostel. It was so fun. We had breakfast together every day, lunch together every day, dinner together every day. And I also was able to really perfect my Spanish. So that was obviously a plus. But yeah, and we were really close with our professor. She was just so sweet, and she actually said that me and another student who studied with us named Cesar were the strongest in the class, and I was so happy about that. It was just so fun going to her class. And yeah, it was just so much fun. That was a trip that we took to a winery, and here is a, I think it was like a merengue class. It was really fun. And then here this is actually outside of the hostel that we were staying at, and then the owner of the hostel is right here at the very end. It was so much fun. This is the entire class. There's Professor Yasmin, and then these two were our professors. This one was the advanced professor, Marina, and then this was the intermediate professor, Pablo. Yeah, it was just a life-changing experience. I also traveled on my own to Portugal. This is a picture in Sintra, Portugal. It was so beautiful. It was just a really amazing experience. I would not be able to elaborate enough on how much fun it was and what a great learning experience it was. Being able to stay in another country for a month was really, really cool, and just really got to soak in the culture and the way of life, I guess, there, especially staying at the hostel. You know, it was not like going to a hotel and just seeing like all the touristy places. We were really able to see how the people of that small city, Cuenca, lived daily. And I really, really enjoyed that. All right, so for my next section, this is gonna be my internship section. So this is basically just discussing Encompass Health's mission and what they offer. So, you know, compassion and trust, comfort and support, and they also do inpatient rehabilitation, they do home health, and of course hospice. And then this is just kind of explaining why their hospice care is different than other places and other competitors. So they kind of do a more patient-focused care, which I really appreciate as a sociology major, because I know with the older community, or with any community really, it's really important to do a more patient-centered care. Of course, the medicine-centered care is extremely important as well, but I feel like it's really easy to forget about the patient in the midst of all that. And I feel like it is important to kind of go back and focus on the patient and how they feel and what they need and what they want for their overall well-being, physical and mental. So yeah, I really can't show too much of what I do because I do a lot of administrative work there, and I deal with a lot of sensitive information like patient records and stuff like that, and health records. So I unfortunately can't really show too much of that. But basically what I do is organize files, attach files to medical health records for patients that are currently getting hospice from Encompass. I also do tuck-in calls, which is basically calling patients every week, kind of making sure they have everything they need on supplies for the weekend. If they have any questions or concerns, if we're having a holiday, I let them know. Like, hey, the nurse isn't going to be able to come on this holiday, so they will be here on this date if you need them. So that's really cool. I really enjoy that. I also do a lot of HR stuff, such as going through applications, making sure everything's filled out, making sure all the forms are ready for an applicant, such as, vaccination forms and stuff like that. So I also make sure that their, confidentiality forms are signed, TB tests are signed. I make sure that they have all the paperwork signed and make sure that it's been verified by the orientation administrator. So yeah, but the stuff that I do over at Encompass that I can show y'all is I do also make cards on my free time, since we are in like a kind of a weird time, and a lot of internships I know are kind of trying to go the remote route because of everything going on. So I do make cards for the patients that they've been sending out. So here's like an example of a card I made. And yeah, let's see, I have quite a few cards. So here's this one, I have this one also that I made. I take a lot of time on these cards, so I hope they are cute. So yeah, I have a ton of cards. This one says "You are dynamite." And show some more of my favorites. So this one is really cute. I basically just kind of try to put inspirational quotes on there, stuff that'll just make people feel good. It's important to kind of stray away from like religious stuff or saying stuff like get better soon. It's important to be sensitive whenever making these cards. So yeah, these are just a couple of the cards that I've made. And I really enjoy that. Being able to make someone else smile or make someone else's day is great. So another thing that I do for Encompass is I go see patients. Usually in home, I actually see one specific patient on a weekly basis. She is an older adult who lives here in San Marcos. She actually graduated from Southwest Texas State, so that's really cool. She has a bunch of old Southwest Texas State memorabilia, like her yearbooks and stuff like that, so it's really cool to be able to see how the institution has kind of changed and shifted with time. So yeah, I basically just go cook for her, and I do basic household things like taking out her trash, watering her plants, just really simple stuff just to kind of help her out as much as I can. And I actually got her permission to get a voice memo of her experience meeting with me and just her overall thoughts and opinions on our time that we spent together. I really enjoy spending time with her. I also just kind of offer really companionship. I play cards with her, I kind of just talk to her and hear her stories, and she's a really, really interesting lady. I really enjoy spending time with her. So this is the voice memo that I recorded of her and her experience.
Read, and I have had the honor to have Sylvia volunteer with hospice come over and cook my meals for me. I'm disabled with a bad back and everything, can't do too much. And although she was only supposed to cook, she helps out with other things, just little things, never complaining. We sit and play cards. I at least have a real nice time. Enjoy having her here. I'd have her here all the time if I could. She's just been a pleasure to be around, and anyone would be glad and happy to have helped them out. Someone her parents did a real good job with.
So yeah, that was basically her statement on what I do and her experience with what I do. So I'm really happy I'm able to help her out. I try to do as much as I can. I probably spend like 4 nights a week with her. So yeah, I try to, whenever she told me, what was going on with her when I initially met her and how she really, really needed help with cooking and stuff, I don't know, I just really felt like I should offer as much as my time as I had. So I try to spend as much time as I can with her. Of course, it's still important to keep healthy boundaries and whatnot, but yeah, so I really, really enjoyed doing that. I also actually recently did a video with the marketing director at Encompass and my site supervisor at Encompass. Basically, we made this video for a couple facilities in the area, San Antonio, San Marcos area, kind of along all that. And I just kind of told them what I do with the patient I see here in San Marcos. The marketing director actually showed the video to San Marcos Rehabilitation the other day, and he actually said some of the administrators and some of the staff cried. So I really wasn't expecting a reaction like that whenever I was making the video. I was just like, okay, you know, if they need this, I'm willing to do anything at this point. But I was really glad it had a great turnout, and she actually just let me know in a text message, so I just inserted that there since I do have like proof of it. But yeah, that is basically my portfolio. I hope you all enjoyed my presentation. I tried to make it as fun and creative as I could with my resources. So yeah, I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you all very soon.